Well, at least,
That's better, she says.
well, at least your head's not missing now.
Well, true, but then See, how can I make her wrong? That's why you get married, isn't it? Like, how can I make her... How can I put bad chemicals in her body? That's right. Anyway, welcome to another exciting episode, Victoria.
Oh, Feel It Real Fun for All on the 2nd of February, 2024. And it's your manifesting questions answered live.
Yeah, because dead sucks.
Cool.
Let's put it there, too. What the hell?
Okay.
All right. So, she's not like the rest is first.
Beth is first.
So,
well,
hey.
No, there's 5 people, 6 people.
Oh, there was
Joe?
one when I saw her name. So,
Oh, I see.
Jumpin'
They're
Joe,
piling in.
otherwise known as the Professor. Meanwhile, hey, join us in Dream Driven Day. If you've done it before, do it again. Probably a lot of the people that are doing it this time have done it before. If you haven't done it before, do it now. Or just wait, right? We'll be talking
Then you'll know
about
why they're doing it again.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, if it worked, you wouldn't have to do it twice. That's like kissing. Right? If it works, I don't have to do it anymore.
Eating.
Yeah, or eating, breathing, right? Yeah. Tony and the Doyle. That's right. Joe Weldon. Sachi, hey, how you doing? Cool. So, cool. Victoria, tell them where to go and what to do.
DreamDrivenDay.com.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or wait till your fucking ass falls off.com. Seriously.
Anyway.
Sooner or later. All right. Boy, I went shopping today. Wait till you guys see the mountain of meat video that I made. Oh, my God.
Yes.
But...
and for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Luke, I am your father, Lisa and LaRock.
Hello.
All right.
Cool.
So, Victoria, shall we dive in?
We will. And the first question today, what's this? My 22-year anniversary.
Yeah, today is my 22-year anniversary for getting online and building this shit.
Wow.
So it was 22 years ago. I was actually online before. Today.
The 2nd of February.
2nd of February, 2002. Right?
Oh, wow.
So I was actually online before selling cassette tapes and stuff, and then my website got hacked and used for spam, and so I was knocked off the internet for like 6 months. And when I came back with a vengeance, right, I got on the eBays and did my things and started out there because eBay was the number one place to buy shit back in the old days.
Yeah.
And 22 years, gang. Talk about fun. Boom in the room.
Cool.
So.
All right. So, the first question today is from MindMystic on Facebook.
That's right.
Fixing manifesting mistakes.
That is the rightness.
MindMystic asks, hi, thanks for taking the time to help me understand the concept of surrender. I don't know how to enter into this surrender mode, but I can see it is something I should understand better.
All right, so here's what's really cool. The number one mistake is people think it's a technique or something that you add in. So surrender, you ever notice, one of the things that I learned years ago is if you take a video and you really slow it down, you can study and notice particulars that you miss at that speed, right? So what we did was we put out a product called The Secret of Surrender. This is a crass commercial for it. You can get it at NevilleGoddardStore.com, right? Now, here's why I say that. You're surrendering to stuff all the time. Most people don't realize what they're surrendering to, how they're surrendering, when they surrender. So when we take surrender and we stretch it out and take it apart, it becomes something quite valuable, right?
Sure.
Sort of like if you take a 20-year-old car that's worth $5,000, right? And you sell the car for $5,000. That's it. But if you take that damn thing apart, it's worth a fortune. Right? So it's sort of the same kind of thing. So we stretch it out and we explore it. So what I can give you real quick in a show like this, a tiny little thing so you can start right now, is notice you surrendered to sending me a private message. I offered, right? Hey, send me a PM and I'll cover this on today's show. And you surrendered to an urge to the point where your fingers moved. How'd you do that? Right? If you're watching the show now, and I'll assume that you do, otherwise I'm just blessing other people, right? I just surrendered to being an asshole. If you don't watch the show, I'll be blessing other people. I don't mind because having a sense of humor is one of the ways we learn. So I want you to notice how and when you surrender. That's how you start. Because Neville Goddard said, prayer is to be contrasted with an act of will. Prayer is an act of surrender. And everyone out there that's saying, keep pushing, impress all that stuff. I'm not a fan of force, right? This is like kissing to me, right? If I try to force a kiss on that woman, we've been married for a long time, right?
Long time.
Yeah, but if I try to force a kiss on her, it ain't pretty, right?
I really like that. Actually, what are you surrendering to? And realising, or when are you surrendering, and realising how obviously it can be the shit stuff that you're surrendering to. It's like, oh, I guess that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That sort of attitude. If someone was like that, they're surrendering to
their history. Absolutely.
I guess that's just the way it is. So.
Well, I haven't gone swimming yet today. And if I surrender to the fact I haven't gone swimming today, this is so immensely practical and most people are going to miss it. If I surrender to the fact that I haven't swum today, and I can go to the pool and it's like, yeah, but there's some fucking person in my lane, and so it's that idiot. Oh my God. Right? And then I got to deal with them, and it's like, well, I'll just go to the warm water pool and hang out. Right? I can surrender to that, or I can surrender to an identity. Okay? We're going to be exploring this in some cool ways in dreamdrivenday.com. Crass commercial. Because when I surrender to the identity, I can't help but swim. So there's some other chunks. But start with noticing, how did you surrender to this? Yeah, to typing to me, to listening to the show, to going, he's an all right guy. Yeah, right. All right.
Cool. Excellent. So that was for MindMystic. Thanks very much for your question.
Absolutely.
The next question is from Patty on Facebook. How to release beliefs, ...
That's right.
And Patty asks...
The names are changed to protect the innocent.
Are they?
Yes.
Patty asks, how you been? Recently...
Hold on. Fantastic, bombastic, elastic.
Go. Or car. Patty asks, how you been? Recently, I've been sad because I feel like this world we live in rewards the bad people. I know it's a belief. I want to release it. You got any suggestions?
Absolutely. First of all, comment coaching sucks. I've pretty much totally given up on giving people comments. I toss shit into shows. I say, hey, do you want to do a one-on-one? Because I can give you a suggestion and it'll be worth the time and the effort we put into it. Not putting you down. I'm just saying, coaching sucks. But let's dive into this a tiny little bit. Recently, I've been feeling sad because I feel like the world we live in rewards the bad people. The universe is dead. It is an infinite response. Yet there's nothing different I got to do, right? And if I feel the world rewards bad people, I'm just denying the power I am. I'm not even putting the power outside of me, because you can't put the power outside of you. But I feel sad because I feel this world we live in rewards the bad people, like it has a mind of its own. It's dead. Right? The universe is dead. The universe responds to you. You give life to infinite states. I know it's a belief. I know Neville used the word, but I've totally given up on the word belief as well, because the whole thing with belief is people add in, well, how do I change a belief? How do I release belief? What about a subconscious belief? What a superconscious belief? What about a familial belief? And it just goes nuts. A belief in NLP is what we call a nominalization. In other words, you create a virtual noun out of a process. So, yeah, good boy. So when you create a virtual noun out of a process, it's like painting yourself into a corner and then trying to figure out how to get out of the corner. And unless you've done that physically, there's no fucking corner. There's no paint, right? So really diving into this, I'm sad because I feel like this world we live in rewards bad people. The short answer, change what and how you imagine. The long answer, you know me and I know you. If you want to do a live one-on-one, reach out. I'll send you the details. I don't know if you have the details or not, but it's the exploring that will give you the expansion. Using a technique to fix something, it's a total waste of my time and yours. So that's where I am in the world. Right? So that's what we got so far.
Cool.
And I love this bit. I put a little quote in here. I'll put it in the show notes later. A state is built from a body of beliefs. And there's a whole big thing there. But this whole thing is you got to change your state. There's the simple answer, but I'd love to explore this with you. So a state is built of a body of beliefs. What's a state? We'll dive into that in Robin's question, so stay tuned.
Cool.
All right.
Excellent. So that was for Patty. Thank you very much
That's
for your
right.
question.
Patty with a Y.
Patty with a Y.
That's right.
The next question is from Manifesting Mastery Linda, Unconditional Freedom. And Linda asks, how to discover unconditional freedom? I don't know how to play with that. I understand being loving daughter and loving cat mum. I do feel the freedom in those identities, but simply feeling free, I'm not sure how to play with that. Did we do this one last week?
We did this last week, and Linda paid attention because I said, toss it in again, we'll see what shows up. Right? So a completely new answer gets to show up now because there's this thing called novelty. Now, you lack freedom whenever you run comparative. Comparative is, that's a woman, so I know all about her.
Last week.
Right? No, I didn't say that last week.
It's comparative.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually useful. Right?
Yes.
So noticing that response is novel. So if I go, that's a woman, got it. We all know what women are like. Right? She's a Leo. Right. We all know what Leo women are like. And then she's got some Chinese astrological bullshit as well. Do you know your Chinese astrological bullshit?
I'm a rat.
So she's a
She's
a Chinese Leo rat. Oh boy. All right. The last time we had a year of the rat, that was a bad freaking year, wasn't it?
Everyone knows my age now.
Right? So, yeah, they can all compute it, right?
Give or take 12 years.
Yeah, the rational people can give or take 12 years. See, notice the magic. That's nice, right?
Yeah.
So when we run comparative in a way that's not useful, you experience something called distance or avoidance instead of actual presence. When you experience presence, you experience perfection. When you experience perfection in the moment, you experience novelty. And novelty, wow, Lisa Ann LaRocque is an Aries dragon. Oh, it all makes sense now. So where the fuck was I going with all that? Novelty, getting the uniqueness of the moment, allows you to be present instead of projective. Most people are projecting into the future. If things don't change, then something else and something else, Rationalville. Or they're trying to manifest in the future instead of living their dreamdrivenday.com. So,
very cool.
Linda, ask me again next week. I double dog dare you. I'd love to answer it again differently.
Excellent. Because I was thinking as I'm reading, I'm going,
hold on.
This sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
We did one like this last week, and then I'm going, hang on, those are the same words.
That's right.
Yeah, cool.
Doobie-doo-bop,
Good on
bop,
you,
bop.
Linda. All right. So,
Q
were
said-
you saying something to Linda when I rudely interrupted you?
Yeah, probably to join dreamdrivenday.com.
Oh, yeah.
And
Cool.
Q is a song about the age of aquariums. All right. Now, every mental institution I've been into has an aquarium.
An aquarium.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's where you sit people around the fishbowl and they talk about shit because fish call them crazy people.
Yeah, but that's not Aquarius.
Yeah, that's all right. The age of aquariums.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I used to take people to mental institutions. Imagine that. Anyway, I used to teach hypnosis as well. I love when people can draw conclusions. It's like, what did he mean by that? Anyway.
All right, the next question is from Remarkable Robin.
That is the rightness.
Feel It Real Scenes. And Robin asks, do you get really into your scenes for your Feel It Real? Because I usually just do it until I can capture the feeling I want. But I don't know if that's making things take longer.
So this is great. So I'll tell you what I do, right? Because if I try to answer with a yes, no, it assumes we're talking the same thing, and we may or may not be, right? So a scene is how you experience what you experience. Wow. That's it. End of line. A state is how you experience what you experience. How you move is you move by exploration. So I know what it's like to be a happy, loving puppy dad because I explored it. Once I explored it sufficiently, the first one showed up. Kept exploring it, the second one showed up. So this is really, really interesting to me because a lot of people make movies and they think that's a scene. A scene may have you seeing something. A scene should definitely have you seeing everything differently. When I go to the store, the state of happy, loving puppy dad could give a shit about the flowers. The state of happy, loving husband looks at the flowers and is disappointed. Right? So the state of happy, loving puppy dad doesn't buy a banana. The state of happy, loving husband buys one banana as requested and makes a new friend and finds out something about another friend. Just had a lovely magical moment in the store.
Bananas.
And something about bananas, right? I had a lovely time. I go shopping. It's never a chore. It's always good fun. And why is it that way? It's the state I am in, how I experience what I experience. So as a happy, loving teacher, I go shopping for stories. I'll go through the damn place and meet people and talk to them. And you guys that are on live calls or we do one-on-ones, I'll share with you stories that illustrate shifts that I invite you to. So a state is how you experience what you experience. I could look at a dog in consciousness and feel that I'll never own one. I'll be lonely. On the other hand, I could look at a dog and feel in consciousness all these arguments against why I shouldn't get one and what they cost and the fact that they fart and they're going to ruin the world and all that stuff. Or I could look at a dog from the state of happy, loving puppy owner, right? I'll never forget, I'm doing the happy, loving puppy dad thing and we're shopping and Victoria rounds the corner and I'm at the ATM machine lying on the ground with a wiener dog, right? It's like, 20, what? I'm this high off the ground. So, cool. One of the mistakes people make is they make it about emotions, they make it about just sensations, and it's about experience. It's got to include all of you. And it doesn't have to take long, people make that mistake, but a scene is how you experience what you experience. Yeah, it can happen that fast. So, great question, remarkable, Robin.
Good boy, Emmett. Yes, great question, Robin. Thank you.
I'll give a quick example. So I changed my identity to something dealing with what I was as a teenager, fighting fit. And I found myself doing two things differently. One, actually a couple things. But one, I started forgetting to wear hats. Because I didn't wear a hat when I was a teenager because I was hot and had gorgeous hair. Right? And so now I wear a hat, but I still have, look at that, gorgeous hair. Right? But I had dark brown, gorgeous hair. It was lovely and wavy, and chicks digged it. Right? But I was fighting fit. That was my state. I had long, gorgeous hair. Well, not long, it was medium back then. But it was gorgeous, and I never wore a hat because I wanted chicks to see my hair. Because that invites them to touch it. Right? And
pet the cat.
Yeah. I want them to pet the cat. Right? Yeah. So what happens is, so I decided in December to move into that state of fighting fit, and a couple things happened. One, the way I eat food and what I ate food radically changed. I look at carbohydrates and I have zero interest in them. Absolutely none. I don't struggle not to eat them. I don't try to find substitutes. I just go, that looks interesting to me. I have no interest in carbs. I didn't as a teenager either. The other thing that I've noticed is I keep leaving my hats places or forgetting to wear them and stuff. So I have to actually remind myself wear a hat, because when I go to the pool, I store all my stuff in my hat. So Elizabeth says, looking great, TT. You wait till you see the mountain of meat video. Right? Seriously, I made the most ridiculous video. I'll be putting it up later when I have time. But look for the mountain of meat video. So...
Cool.
There
Excellent.
We go. So, by the way, I don't make a long, drawn-out scene. I am too sexy for my Fred said Fred thing and walking in the car and all that shit. I imagine compliments. How would I feel experiencing compliments? And I get compliments every day. You know, and I tell Victoria, she'll go, how's the pool? Who was there? I say, let me tell you, you complimented me today. Right? I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
That's the rightness.
Okay. All right, and the last question today is from remarkable Lisa and LaRock, the 3 H's or H's of manifesting. And Lisa asks, hello, 20 and Victoria.
Yo,
Hiya.
Lisa. Ashley Lynn Urias is here.
Cool.
Actually, Lynn Urias will be back. All right.
Right. Hello, Tony and Victoria. In your recent podcast, How to Manifest with Amen,
Forever and ever, amen.
you quoted Neville as saying, the Hebrew term for faith is Amen, which most accurately translated is to hold God trustworthy.
Side note, I caught shit for that, right? This guy texts me and tells me what Google says. And I'm like, radio, when it comes to believing Google or Neville, I'll go with the real human being that got the results that I want. But anyway.
We are how God has the adventure of a lifetime. We hold God trustworthy and we experience happy outcomes. I'd enjoy hearing more about this. Thank you, Lisa.
Cool. So one of the things that I think has benefited our relationship.
Yes. Because it was doomed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one of the things that I believe that has benefited our relationship is...
Me.
She's doing great today, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's benefited out of a relationship?
Exploring the happy chemicals. And so I've got a choice every day. I can inject her. Right? Being happily married, I can inject her.
Inject her?
Yeah, I can inject you. In other words...
With a substance?
Yeah, put something into you, right? Because we're married, right? I've got the license too. But anyway, so... watch where this goes, right? The guys will understand.
Okay.
Anyway, the ladies will go, oh, fuck, where's he going with this? So I can put into her body happy chemicals...
Oh, right.
Or dumb shit, right? And dumb shit is just, I mean, yeah, personally, so it's like, looky. It's like, so there's 4 happy chemicals. We explore these in Dream Driven Day. Why don't I invite more of those into her experience and mine? Right? So this whole thing of holding God trustworthy. If I get into a control-based relationship, in other words, I don't trust her, which means I don't trust me, which means I don't trust God, right? It suddenly becomes about cortisol, right? I got to be right, she's got to be wrong, she's got to be wronged because I was right, and so on. And this is how, let's wait for the airplane. This is how most relationships become relationships, right? And so when I look at what you wrote there, and I think about happy, you are how God has the adventure of a lifetime. Do you want to put anything other than happy chemicals into the big G?
No.
Yeah, it's like, hey, here you are, and people say, yeah, I agree, Mr. 20, all this stuff. So when you're feeling shit, and you're putting shit chemicals into other people's experience, right? Let's just repeat what was on the news. Let's repeat the gossip. Let's just complain with whatever we do, right? Why would you do that? Because your awareness of being is God. What are you aware of being? All the shit show. And if that's what you're aware of everything being, that's what you're doing. On the other hand, this whole thing of hold God trustworthy. I don't have to manage God. I don't have to control God. And you get I'm talking about my imagination here. Okay? All I get to do is invite it. If I invite, if I dance, if I play in, as we are in Remarkable, in the world of magical, okay, it's lovely. On the other hand, if it's about control, and then, because anytime you get a control, there's counter control, there's resistance. It's just called push. You push, it pushes back. You dance, it all dances with you. The universe is an infinite response. Going back to the earlier question, right? The world doesn't reward bad people. It can't. Your entire, everything in your circumstance, everything in your conditions, that is in continuous response to you. Continuous. And this is why I love doing the live calls, whether they're groups or one-on-ones, because we get to point out things in the moment in a fun way that invites you to move that flashlight of attention and dance. Because the number one enemy is, I already know this, it's always the same, this is the way things are. And it shuts down everything. And on the other hand, realizing that novelty, you think about it, this moment has never existed. Though the condition that everything is in right now, I'm talking everything, has never existed like it does right now. And it does right now. the capacity for us to run match, this equals that, this is the way things are, this is why I'm screwed, it fascinates the fuck out of me. On the other hand, waking up to notice how marvelous you are, how majestic you are, and how literally novel every moment is. Every day the puppies pretty much run out and see me when I come back from the pool. Every day I swim a kilometer. But it's a different experience every day. There's a difference in the dance every day. This is why in Dream Driven Day, crass commercial, the last one for today, I promise, from me. Maybe she'll toss one in. Anybody who's running better than, worse than, okay, if you're running comparison like that in any way, things are getting better, things are getting worse, right? I want something better, I don't want something worse. If you're running comparative in any way like that, join us in dreamdrivenday.com, because one of the core principles in there is exploring different. Because if you don't explore different, things aren't going to get different. You're always going to be worried about better or worse. So, and what happens with better or worse? Because I'm better than her. She's worse off from me than this, so I got to keep on her, right? The bad chemicals. So, that's that, I think. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I've loved everything you've said so far. I think that's nice.
I love that she says it that way. I love everything you've said so far.
Yeah, because I know you always
so far. You get it? I could imagine that means something, right? Oh, she loves everything I've said so far.
Oh, I don't mean.
I know.
That's you doing the comparison.
Yeah, exactly. So far, she knows I'm going to say something different. You got it? This is why her day's delightful. On the other hand, I'm either going to say something better or worse next. There's a 50-50 shot. I could blow it all. Yeah. Throw the dice. All right.
Oh.
So, cool. Levi, Queen Levi, her bae. I haven't seen you in a while, her bae.
Oh, her bae.
Nice to see you. Cool. Join us in Dream Driven Day, her bae. All right.
Cool. What do you reckon, Bruce? Let me get my card.
Yeah, you've had the dog switch on you.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
During all of that.
Yeah. My dad.
I know, Brucey boy.
Lisa and LaRock, thank you. Thank you. I never know what I'm going to say. That's the fun thing. I see the question and I go, oh my God. Anticipation. I wonder what I'll say.
Cool.
All right.
So tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
That is the rightness.
And my hashtag strawberry bit is love. I love the definition of amen that Neville gave, which is hold God trustworthy.
Yep.
It's like, and I love how it becomes hold me trustworthy.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Through and through.
Yeah, I love that. And then, and like you were saying, for Lisa, like, this question about that all I want to do is, like, I just want to experience happy chemicals. I don't want to be experiencing this cortisol and shunting it on other people, like you were saying. Why would I do that to God? So,
why would I do that to God?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Cool.
How about you?
If Neville was right, and your awareness of being is God, why would you want to put shit in your coffee cup? Why would I want to do it to her? Right? Here's the argument. Well, she's really not real. She's you pushed out, so you're only doing it to you. Could be a useful way to look at it. But I look at it this way. How can I be loving? How can I be loving? How can I put the happy chemicals? And again, I don't sit there and go, oh, she needs a little bit of serotonin, right? But it's like, you know what? If I'm naturally living from that diamond, yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew Villanueva. So.
Hello, Andrew Villanueva. Okay, so that was our hashtag Strawberry Bits.
Yep.
While you type in yours, go to dreamdrivenday.com. There, I snuck it in again.
Oh, she snuck it in.
She's a snucker.
Boom.
A sneaker snucker.
Join us.
God.
If you have any
I
problem
love you.
joining us, if you have any questions, if you just drop me an email or wait. Some people wait for ages.
I know, Brucey boy. I know.
Ooh-ha.
ManifestingMasteryCourse.com.
That's right.
Yep, that's our other fabulous course. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's
I can't
right.
do this, Bruce.
Feelitrealfun.com. Look at that dog.
Oh.
Love you guys. Have a lovely day. Watch it from the top. And
I love you, darling.
that's it. Cool. Keep your eyes peeled for the Mountain of Meat video coming later today. Mountain of Meat. Hoo-ha.